Hello and welcome to a new world where today we'll be talking about a Samuel Clemens. But this guy is more commonly known as Mark Twain. So let's get started on this guy's life. Because this guy's life is very interesting, and I'll show a little comic later to show you how it is interesting. Weird quick speedrunning drawing over here. And voila, sort of. Bong 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 bong. Dark John presents dong 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 dong. Mark Twain, Mark Twain, Mark One. Hi guys and welcome to a new episode on this channel, and today we will be talking about a guy who's known for his literature, especially his most famous one, Tom Sawyer and the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Mark Twain. And let's get started because this guy, first off, let's talk about his birth. He was born on 1835 of November 30th in Florida, Missouri. And during that day, he was 2 months early. His birth was 2 months early than expected. Halley's Comet shone through the sky like if it was a drake. If it was, that is. And this is basically what happened. Mark Twain was born during the Halley's Comet. After that, he went into apprenticeship to become a newspaper writer, and he wrote newspaper articles from 1862 to 1881, and then he started working for his brother's newspaper, the Hannibal Journal. And this was how he got readers' attention. So let me just erase everything on this. Erase all handwriting. Okay, this is what happened. He started thinking of a story after getting a few facts, and then after that, he went to put in the typewriter keys on, and then he printed fake news. But also, and then in the article he said, "This is fake news, so please skip it." That was why he almost got fired, and before he could even get fired, he was like, "Nope, I am running away." And this is what he did. Let's get to St. Louis. And then he went to New York, then Philadelphia, then Keokuk, then Chicago, and then finally Cincinnati. All of those he didn't find a job in, and so yeah. And then he wanted to make lots of money, so he went to harvest cocoa plants. But then he realized that there were no ships going to the plantation. Then he stopped it, and that's when he started going into pursuing the life of the steamboat. Wang, 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 wang. After his 2 years of apprenticeship, he got his own pilot's license. And with that pilot's license, he was able to do a lot of things. He was able to give crowds rides on tours all around the city. Sorry about the shaking. And then he was also entertained the people while they were on his ride. He had to memorize every shipwreck underneath and how to measure the deepness of the water, which actually influenced his name, Mark Twain. And let me give you a little interesting story here. This is the water and this is the ship. There's a person standing right up here, and then they lower a rope down. There are notches into it, and every six notches they tie a knot. And this is how they measure it. So if it is at least 2 knots deep, then that means If it's 2 knots deep, then that is the edge between danger and safe. If it was just a bit less deep, then it would have been like boom. Unless there are already shipwrecks in the area. Eventually, if they have the 2 knot deep signal, they call out Mark Twain, as twain is another word for 2. Eventually, Mark Twain himself chose that as his name. Finally, he wrote The Adventures of Tom Sawyer in 1876, and then he wrote The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn in 1884. After his publishing company went bankrupt, he had to go on a world tour, lecture tour, to be able to pay off all his debts, from Cleveland all the way there to there, and then all the way here. He has to go all over the world, all over the world, with his family to get all the money he needed to repay the debts. Kaboom! Zero debt. Eventually he was able to do it, and then he even got a little bit of profits in it. After living the rest of his life, his wife died, his daughter died, one of his other daughter got married, and then on the day he died, Halley's Comet appeared once more. As a baby, he said, "Hello, Halley's Comet." And as a grandpa, he said, "Hello again, Halley's Comet." And then he died. And this is a very interesting comic, by the way. Like Mark Twain, like, "Hello, Halley's Comet. Hello again, Halley's Comet." Yeah. This is a sign that he has done something great and that he would be remembered forever. So, he died on April 21st of 1910. April 21st of 1910. And that is the end of him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys did enjoy this episode, please click either of these 2 episodes. And then, well, I hope to see you guys soon in my next episode. Should I out? Peace.